My grandfather fought in the war. It's fantastic. He's dead now, not because of the war. He had time to do this, which I will say, apart from creating the people who led to me, is his last great act. I was walking with him. We were stopped in the streets by Jehovah's Witnesses. They can apparently be in the streets now. They don't just come up to your door. And he'd been in Germany. And the guy asked him, he's like, may I have a few minutes to talk to you about my faith? About my faith and maybe your faith. My granddad could have said no, could have made up a nice excuse. He turned around in a perfect German accent, was ist das? And then proceeded to to start blabbering German at the guy. The Jehovah's Witness guy spoke German. And so did my grandfather. 5 minutes into the conversation, my grandfather managed to excuse himself, saying he was going to the bookies. And I can only imagine how many times I've seen this on The Great Escape, and it's actually happened in my life. The guy rattled off some more German, looked at my grandfather and went, "Good luck." My grandfather went, "Thank you." His eyes widened and his face fell. And honestly, I think I would have got the same expression out of him if I'd cane in my hand and scraped it across his face. And I know what that look looks like. Simba. Sorry. But yeah, I was on, it's great. I was looking for something on YouTube to try and find, well, I was trying to find the Pokemon thing. I've realized I'm really bad at finding stuff, like terrible. Like when I was talking about dictionaries, I can't find words if I can't spell them. Not many people can. Usually people stumble across them. Not me. I'll be at it for days. I'll carry the dictionary around with me to every single lecture, be looking in it, fuck's sake. When I finally found it, I look like I have somehow mysteriously grown a beard. My clothes have aged 100 years, and I'm toddling around on stage with a crutch, just, "Yar, Jim lad." Been looking for the words in the dictionary for so long that I appear to have turned into a pirate. Is that why your accent's changed? No, that'd be a speech impediment. What's the parrot doing on your shoulder? 'Tis a speech imparrotment. What was that? That'd be a groan. 'Twasn't a very good joke. But while I was looking for stuff, I found this amazing commercial on YouTube. And you know how they're doing this thing with BBC, where apparently you're not allowed to watch stuff that comes without commercials on BBC TV, but on the internet, yes, you have to pay the piper to watch the commercial. There was one beautiful commercial for vacuum cleaners. It was fantastic. I believe the words used were, "Only our vacuum cleaner harnesses the power of several mini cyclones." I'd like to take a stop, to step back as well, and think about mini cyclones. If your Hoover harnessed the power of a regular sized cyclone, would you advertise it as thus? Fuck it, would you create the bastard? How many mini cyclones are there in a regular cyclone? I'd like to think that if we got enough of these things going, it is the new apocalypse. You just have, it would be fantastic. You'd actually have just so many of them turned on. Suddenly super cyclone! Bypassing the normal cyclone, fuck it, into super cyclone. You'd have everything. You'd be sucking the walls off your own house. People inside, all churning around inside this amazing thing that you have created. The head of Dyson Hoovers is standing on his roof just going, "What has science done?" Before he's sucked into that void of his own creation. Superman is pushing the Doctor in his TARDIS towards that cyclone. Doctor manages to shut it down, gets trapped in the void. Shame, new Doctor, Matt Smith, sexier, fantastic. Superman decides to start the recovery effort. Decides, first thing we need to do is vacuum up all this mess on the floor. It will be a good day. As you can see from my slightly psychotic nature, I am working in the service industry at the minute. I am a waiter. And this is actually my waiter outfit, although slightly more fetishized when I am a waiter. I hope on picking up some quite expensive booty. It's great. One of the things you have to be able to do is, are there any waiters in the room, actually? Wow, you're also normal. I'm interesting. I'm special with a spot. But anyway, slightly close to the bone now. But it was great. I can't idle. I will not. And I usually drink Diet Coke to stay awake during my nights. And that just makes it worse. I'll be standing there, and I'll hope, for Christ's sake, that someone gives me a job to do. Someone asks for something. Because I can't stand still for that long. 20 seconds about my minimum limit, then I'm gnawing at the walls. But one guy, there was one table. We haven't been doing great business lately. I blame me most of the time. But anyway, one table standing there, why, there's like a man, woman, kids, a couple of friends. And I'm standing there for 10 whole minutes. Have you ever shaken a thing of Coke? added some Mentos to it, and then shook it up some more. Because that's me right now, standing there, looking at them, just, expecting, shaking, jump to the left, step to the right, fucking doing all this stuff, singing things in my head to try and make me stop. When that guy, after 10 minutes, looked and just went, I just spunked all over him. Him, his wife, his kids, the dog, the talent agent that they were talking to, everyone they got stuck together, formed a giant ball of people, and rolled down the hill. Haven't seen them since. I often wonder, where did they roll to? Are they rolling still? Down the night streets of St. Andrews. Yeah. But I'll tell you what's not funny. Abortion. Don't sigh that. There isn't actually a joke to that. Every time I say that, I get like 50 pence commission. And 10 months knocked off my sentence. Yeah, but it's great. My dad works in the doctor's industry and had to do a few abortions, and it's a nice irony to it. I put them in, he takes them out. We'll get to spend some time with my sister. It's nice to be here from Texas. But yeah, I think what I'll make my last joke is, sex faces are possibly the most funny thing in the world. And I won't dehumanize anybody in the audience by asking them to share any experiences they may have had. I hope to find some experiences with you all later. And I would like to share my 3 best ever sex faces. Not that I've pulled, that I've seen other people. I think the first one we've all seen a lot of in the past. And it's very simple. I guess we've all seen it about 3 times in our career. It's just, segue back to the Rape Awareness Week. I think there's another one that's a little bit indie. I'd say half the people in the room probably seen it, might have done it, I don't know. Just maybe holding a bucket in one hand, vomiting, just, is this what you want? Yeah, possibly lower pitch depending on who you're torturing. It's very nice. I think the best sex face I've ever seen, I have seen once. I challenge anybody in the audience that they have not seen this face when they have been, doing the conjugals. It is possibly the most unique thing I've ever seen, and I could not stop laughing. I'm the Davey-baby Connell from Roy, Spain, and I'm going to leave.